All right, so let's continue this one. SMS. Okay, so as I said, now when we are trying to creating the resource groups over here, let's see this. We are just making this regions, like we do have across the world is a 60 regions. Uh, 60 regions we have across the world. Okay, where we have and 160 data centers in within this 60 regions, right? So this is creating of the resource group. Okay, so this is going to play in a vital role. Okay, so as part of database administration guy, you are ensuring that resource group is created properly or not. So that is going to help us to identify and ensuring the all the resources with respect to the SQL database related stuff. Okay, now if you can see this one, the tax related stuff. So this tax is basically you can make that that resource group is going to use for the SQL. Okay, so you can mention that environment. Okay, so like SQL. Okay, so region is location. Okay, so you can mention this location as US. Okay, right? So likewise, so where it is going to play important role when you are going to fetch the data to cost perspective, we can able to filter these resources by using of this tags information. Okay, it's a label. Okay, if you are going to purchase your any article, okay, your shirt or your shopping doing, there is some label, right? So barcode, something. It's a same like, okay, so that they can easily to identify this resource is going to um, uh, belongs to which environment and which purpose, right? So that's about it. Okay, see here it is going to validating whatever the inputs we have given, the same thing. And the most important part is, if you want to creating in a GUI mode, you can create it. Otherwise you can download the JSON template and deploy it, okay, by changing of your name. Just I'm downloading this one by using up this JSON template. With the Visual Studio we can deploy multiple resource group. Okay, this is kind of one kind of automation related stuff. Okay, so if you have the PowerShell, also it is going to download with the PowerShell as well. Okay, so we have multiple option to explore this one. Okay, we'll discuss later on. At this moment I'm going to create by using of the GUI method. Okay, so but if you are knowing the things, that is good. Okay, so we can able to give things has I know this JSON template to deploy, so it is a simple deployment of the resource group. Okay, clear. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create the resource now. Okay, so resource is a collection of the resource group is a collection of the resources. Now let's move to the resource. So story is a one resource, database is a one resource, VM is a one resource, right? So one by one we are going to exploring. So why I'm starting, the easiest thing is you are easy to understand, easy to digest. If you are making initially complication, you feel that this is more, it is very difficult to do these things, right? It is a damn easy in my perspective. There is no coding, nothing. If you want to explore it, you can explore it. If you know the DevOps related to PowerShell and all, that is good enough, add an advantage to you to explore it. Okay, but that is definitely play when your project, it is going to play a vital role. It is an added advantage to easy to your task. Okay, let's create the storage account. As I said, the storage account with the database aspect, it is very important role it's going to play. So what is the storage account, how it is going to create, so what are the options we have, that I will go to explore it. So creating of the storage account, it is going to up to 500 terabyte of data in a single storage account, it is going to occupy. Okay, we do have in a storage account NoSQL data, and alerts configuration, file share also we have, blob container also we have. Okay, we do have cool storage and hot storage. We'll discuss each and everything what exactly inside of this one. Okay, again we have this creation button over here, and we do have creation. Let's do here that creation one. Or else if we have some deleted or restored one, we can able to restore it here. If you already deleted any storage account, okay, see here, prod SQL RG we have. Okay, so under the prod SQL RG we have one storage account, SQL backup, one storage account is there. If I want to restore, okay, why? Because it is 14 days period is there, you can able to restore it if already deleted. So that we'll see later, but let's create the storage account. Storage account also, it is going to, oh, see, by default the storage resource group is coming. Okay, so this storage account I am going to give. Okay, so SQL, okay, so backup development. Okay, so we can give, it has already exist, it should be the unique one. So 2024, I'm going to mention it. Okay, so one thing you have to remember, this resource group is created under East US region, right? But there is no dependency with the resources and the resource group. It is, though it is an East US, you can create these resources in other regions also. Okay, but network related stuff, that should be in the same region. Okay, but the resource group and the resource, there is no interlink, there is no dependency at all, it is completely isolated. If I want to deploy it, West US or India also can able to deploy it. So let's say if I'm going to make this one West US too, we can deploy it. There is no dependency at all. Okay, and here if you can see the region part, okay, the preferences. So what exactly the preferences determine whether you want to have the you know a premium performance for the black blobs and file share the page blobs and all your account. Okay, so if you want to go for the premium one, you will go for the premium option, and the standard option is basically we'll use for the general purpose. So only the thing is the performance related will go for the premium option. So 60 to 70% will go for ideally standard part only. Okay, in the premium one, basically when we are going to use this premium, so data lake services. Okay, so any Azure, Azure data factory, we are going to create a data export import will do frequently, that then that is the case, we'll go for this premium storage. And the redundancy, so what is exactly the redundancy? The storage, okay, going to place in a multiple data centers, though within the region you have multiple data centers. Okay, so that's what it is going to show, the data in our Azure storage account is always replicated, ensuring its durability and the high availability. Okay, choose replication strategy of the matches that your durability requirement. It means it's a simple layman words. Okay, your data you are going to place one data center. Okay, but backend Azure is going to replicate multiple locations, multiple data center, because since it is a data is in a very crucial part, so that's what the high availability and the durability option they are going to giving the multiple option. If you can see this drop down list, we have local redundant storage, geo redundant storage, zone redundant storage. Okay, geo redundant storage, RAGRS. So these many storage options we have. So what exactly this local storage account? If you can see this low cost option, best protection for against your risk and drive feature for the recommended non-critical one. So what it will happen in LRS standpoint of, just simple thing is, okay, let's say you have in a storage account, you just keep in your East US region, right? So US region, East US, you just kept it, right? So you just kept your data, some data, East US region. Okay, this is some data we have. So if you are going to choose this LRF option, back end Microsoft, what it is going to give, okay, Microsoft what is going to give, if you choose the LRS option, okay, let's say this storage account is LRS option, right? LRS, okay, local redundant storage option. If you are going to choose that one, okay, so Microsoft will do your data replicating into the three data within the region. We have multiple data centers, I'm saying. Okay, so this is even one copy of your data. Okay, okay, so this is your original copy. Okay, back and they're going to maintain two more copies. Okay, so you no need to do anything, just you just need to apply your future or the services over here. Okay, so no need to do any extra configuration for the availability. That is the beauty of, Microsoft is giving you the same thing. Okay, so if I choose this LRS option, let's say you delete it, okay, unexpectedly, so you delete it. Okay, so what is, but still your data is relying in other data center, you can able to roll back. That's what we just saw, see during the creation. I'm just able to roll back that, data, because of it is, mapped LRS option. Still your data is available, so you don't need to worry about the data inside of the durability and the availability. So three copies of data within the data center. Okay, let's go for the, geo redundant storage. What is the geo redundant storage? Is basically geographically it is going to, isolate your data center. Okay, so it is going to share your data in a two regions. Okay, so two regions. Okay, so in a six copies of data. Okay, let's say your data is going to store, multiple data centers, and six copies of data, that reason data is going to collapse, still you have, data in a other data center as well. Okay, so that is the beauty of, geo redundant. And we have a zone redundant as well. Okay, so here is the three copies it is going to maintain, and next is the ZRS zone redundant. Okay, zonal, the west zone, east zone. Okay, so likewise it zone redundant, it is going to maintain six copies of data. Okay, completely geographical redundant, let's say India, US. Okay, it is also going to maintain six copies of data. Okay, so your data is going to distributed six copies of data. Okay, but RAGRS, after deletion also you can able to do the read-only access of the other geographical location. Okay, this is a local, this is zone. Okay, you within the data center three copies, between the zones. Okay, here is the between the regions. Okay, so it is local, zone, geographical with read-only access. So just we are ensuring that LRS at this moment for the sake of demo. Okay, just go to the advanced option. As I said, okay, so sometimes this storage account is going to map and work with, API things. Okay, so allowing enabling of anonymous access. So if you want to access to the anonymous access, you can able to give enable storage account key access. Okay, so as I said, okay, you can able to default, Microsoft intra authentication for Azure portal, we can able to access by using of this portal as well. So here the TLS version, so this is, security implementation, right? We do have, on premises as well, so to ensuring that security compliance related TLS version. See here, permitted scope of the copy of the permission in preview. Okay, basically what it is going to do from storage account, same Microsoft intra tenant, from the storage account prevent endpoint of this virtual network. So this is things we can able to explore it. Okay, it is in preview state. And hierarchical namespace we have. Okay, so ACL's configuration also we can able to do, and the protocols we can able to give the access of, SFT and HTTP, NFS. Likewise, we can do, but to be honest, I'm not sure what exactly this one, but most it is going to use for the data lake services related stuff. If you are exploring that one, it is going to help us to understand. So here we just need to ensuring that, what kind of data you are going to store actually. Okay, allow cross tenant. Let's say you created the development subscription, but if you want to access from the production subscription. Okay, So it is going to give the access if you are going to enable. Okay. So accessing tier. So frequent data, it normally will keep into this, hot tier. Okay. There is some performance improvement is there. Cool tier is, unfrequent access data. Okay. Infrequently accessing data. Okay. Let's say you are, quarterly, yearly, monthly. If you are going to use that kind of data, and just keep this one cool tier. So what is the difference this hot tier and the cool tier? Only the performance. Okay, so that is what it is mean. The file share is basically it is our network path. Let's say if you are going to use your on premises file share, file share. Um, Okay, so D drive. Okay, so likewise we are going to use, right? So this is kind of one file share we are going to use on premises. So you can able to have the enabling large file share information as well. So this is one kind of options we can able to explore it. Go to the next option. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so enabling of public access all the network, or you are going to enable the access selected virtual network IPs. Let's say if I have the network related stuff, I'll go and I'll drop down list. I'll map that one. Okay, so that the specific network people going to access. So it is going to help us to enabling public access means everybody can able to access if I'm going to give the permission to the particular publicly. Okay. So this is for enabling a public access from the selected virtual network. Okay. Let's say you have two, three, four network access so that you can able to map the IP address. Disabling our public IP access here. Okay, so you can disable publicly accessing here and the private endpoint you can able to create so that you can able to access it. So all about here the exploring options normally we'll use for this private endpoint creating of the private to connect the API systems application, or else if you want to connect from other uh, subscription and all, you can able to use this private endpoint. Okay, so networking routing, network routing options we have, internet routing also we have. Okay, that network people will explore it, but the database perspective we just make sure in that enabling of access selected virtual network, so that our database network, whatever the database network is there, I'll going to add here. Okay, so that network with the storage account, our database servers can able to easily to access to avoid unnecessary things. Okay, and the data protection, as we said, soft delete option by default 7 days soft delete is there. Though you are deleted, okay, you will still have your data 7 days. Okay, and if you want to change that one, you can able to change, uh, uh, 1 year 360 days as well. Okay, just keep this one. Okay, it's very minimal bare limited for the demo purpose. Okay, we do have a point in time restore as well, how many days you can able to do. So this is very beauty of option to exploring of the storage account here, right? So we have soft delete. Okay, so enabling of soft delete to container and the file share as well. You can by default 7 days is there, you can use your customization. Okay, see, this much of in-depth is not required, guys. Okay, just creating of the storage account, using of the storage account for the SQL related stuff. Typically we'll use for restore backup, and if it is in high terabytes of data, will definitely depend with the storage account. But knowing the things of in-depth, it is going to give the exploring of option to the best quick resolution will get it done. Okay, so just encryption option, we have two things here, a Microsoft managed key and a customer managed key. Okay, normally what they will do if they are giving enterprise level, they're going to use some sort of keys. Okay, just thinking about TD encryption. Okay, so by default it is going to ensuring the key. Okay, let's say this data if it is going to hack, but they are not able to decrypt that one. Okay, by default Microsoft is going to make that a managed service key. Okay, managed key. Okay, if you have your own key, you can able to implement that one. Okay, where you are going to implement that bulbs and files, where all the files, if you want to all the services also you can able to do. So by default it is available for the uh, uh, Microsoft managed key. So there is no extra pay cost here. Okay. The next thing is, just before we discuss tags, is nothing but simple is your isolation of environment, identifying of the your resource. Okay. So what I do, environment. Okay. Basically will you for the dev environment. So we'll keep it as dev one. Okay. Just simply. And again, just click on review. Whatever the input we have given, just created the subscription name, resource group name, and the location, the storage account name, and the deployment resource manager. Okay. And standard performance, local redundant, what are the advanced or level option, network level. It is going to give all the information, including this. So you can download a template in a JSON template and do your Visual Studio of this automation as well. Just simple click on create. Okay. So it is going to deploy. But just let's go and see. This is a one type of monitoring, okay, where you can able to see the process. The other type of monitoring is, just go to the resource group, and we have this resource group name over here. Okay. So we already deployed, right? So this is my resource group, US dev environment, and we can able to do the monitoring from here as well. So both the ways you can able to monitor. See, the monitoring aspect, it is going to happen, the last modified, how much time it is going to take, and related stuff it is going to do. So the 16-second, 5 to 41 milliseconds, both the ways you can able to monitor. Okay. This is one kind of monitoring approach. Okay, so resources got, deployment is got succeeded. Just refresh this one. Okay, so it is got succeeded. Now let's go and see, okay, this resource basically. Here is my resource group. And in this resource group, okay, we have the resources information. Still, I'm not able to see. Yeah. Now I could able to see my resource here, right? So if you can observe, okay, so my resource group, there is storage account. Likewise, okay, so we have lot of things need to explore it, how we're going to access, how many containers we have, where we are going to kept our files and all, how we're going to access, our local system. This is a lot. It is going to take one module actually, but each and everything we are going to explore it. Okay. So since we are in a storage account, okay, so we just created, we don't have, this is a drive boss. Okay. This is our drive. Okay. We are going to create one folder here. So what I'm going to create here folder. Okay. So dev SQL backups. Simple, nothing to do. Okay. So in this folder, we are going to keep your files. Okay. This is my folder. Okay. Just upload here if you have any backup file with you. Okay, so upload it, and it is going to useful for you. Okay, so this is one kind of approach we are going to do. Now let's deploy that Azure SQL one. Okay, so go to this, Azure SQL left side panel. This is a one kind of approach where you can able to deploy. The other thing is, go to this, all services option. Okay, under the all services option, just navigate to this databases option. In this database option, we can see this, Azure SQL, Cosmos DB, open source, and hybrid data services we do have, but we are more emphasizing to Azure SQL only. We do have all this option. We are going to explore it. Guys, if you can see, I could able to see only this one, right? Because of it is got mapped into this one. Okay, I am not able to see the managed instance. If I'm going to pin this one, it is going to reflect here. See, if you can see, there is no service, right? So just go and pin this one. It is going to reflect to the bottom. See, now I'll just keep this one managed instance as well. Okay. So today we just going to create this Azure SQL database. Okay. So, and we will explore it, one by one. Okay. Yesterday we just created, but today we are going to explore it in each and every option during the deployment. As I said, this is one type of option where you can able to create it. Okay. So, okay. So now I'll go and click on this one. Okay, so it is going to navigate uh, to create the database, and here also we can able to click on create option. Okay, so before that, what I'm trying to say, okay, so we'll go and go to the resource option. Okay, we'll go and use in a marketplace, and here is my database services, and go to this create database. Okay, this is also one kind of approach to how we're going to navigate. See, we have multiple options we are here. Okay, so the Azure SQL, Azure SQL managed instance, the virtual machines. Okay, so again, it is going to give some information, single database, elastic pool, and database as service. Okay, so at this moment, we'll create a single database, and during the deployment, we'll explore it. All the options. So let's jump into the see what. Uh, mm, just allow me 1 minute. I just want to show something here. Yeah. In this past model, we have three flavors, right? Single database and elastic pool and managed instance. Okay, it will comes into this Azure SQL only. Okay, but single database dedicated for predictable workload performance. And if you are not that much of performance related, not concerned about, okay, that you can go for the elastic pool. And the managed instance for the best recommendation for your on-premises, as same as you will feel like in our SQL server, okay, including the agent, DB mail and all. But there is some features is more or less here elastic pool and the single database. Okay, that is the only the thing. The rest of all you are can able to see. Okay, uh, let's navigate first of all in the portal. So we'll just go and click on create in the Azure SQL database, and how we're going to connect from the your local machine or within your Azure SQL, and also we can able to see that. Okay, just click on create, or we can able to see the show details also. We will explore it all the information over. Okay, single database in a great fit for modernized. So what is the business use case of this one? See, you are a new organization, new company you started. Okay, so you deployed one application, you require a database, right? So to maintain build a one database, the maintenance part and all, okay, you have procure one server. Okay, you have take the licensing, and you need to maintain the monitoring. You just need to take care of the administration, and you just need to arrange network people, database guy and a storage guy. These many things is going to happen. Okay, hell lot of things is depend upon you want to maintain in a startup company is very difficulty, right? So that business use case straightforward you can use for the single database. Just take your subscription and build your application, connect your database. So that is the most business use case of the single database. We'll explore to the elastic pool and the database service as well. Okay, so it is going to help us nearly 100 terabyte serverless computer, easy to maintenance. Okay, so just create on this one and click on create option. All right. Okay, so we'll explore it each and every option. Why? Because yesterday we just deployed straightforward. Okay, so see guys, want to try Azure SQL free, creating a free serverless database with your 1 lakh B core seconds of 32 GB of the data, backup storage for month of a lifetime of the subscription. So it is just 1 month back it is given. So what is does mean? Still, if you are going to create this database also, it is going to you want to pay minimum price, right? Okay, if you want practice on premises, what exactly we are going to take free downloads from the Microsoft, right? So for the trial versions, that is completely free. There is no cost at all. Enterprise level, they are going to take the licensing and all. But SQL Developer Edition, Standard Edition, even Evaluation Edition, we are going to use for for the practice purpose. But same kind of approach, Microsoft got introduced this one, Azure for Azure SQL only. Okay, so you can use this configuration. But okay, if I'm going to apply this option, okay, you are not going to see these options actually. This customized option you cannot able to see. See, I'm just going to apply this preview option. Okay, and I cannot able to see the all options here, point out, restore option and all. Okay, so this is one kind of feature recently got introduced. That's what day by day you just need to enhance your skills and just grab the knowledge, LinkedIn's and forums and YouTube's and attending of the free sessions and all. Okay, just remove this option. Okay, so I'm not going to explore it. Post that we can do that one. Okay, and also see here the resource group, it is also going to listing down. Okay, let's say you are not interested to use this resource too. Okay, you want to create, let's create an on fly. Okay, so just ensuring that creating of this resource group. Okay, I will create the new resource group now. Okay, what is the resource group name I want to give? US. Okay, um, okay, I'll make it as in UK now. Okay, UK dev SQL hyphen 003. See, if you want to use existing one, you can use, or else new one also you could able to create. Okay, now entering your database. Okay, here is my dev demo db. This is my database. Okay, this is my database. See here, if you can observe, so to maintain your database, that should be required on the server, right? So that is the SQL server. Okay, if you have the SQL Server instance only, then only you are going to create the database, restore the database, back up the database, and do some requirements and all about project related. But without server, you cannot able to do. But when a cloud landscape, Microsoft has given database name, and we are going to map this database to the server. So this server, see, server in the sense in our mind, it will come, you have OS, you have hardware configuration. So this much of storage, right? So in the past model, you no need to bother about that hardware configuration. Microsoft inbuilt, it is going to maintaining the all the OS, hardware, software, everything. They are going to maintain their data center. Just we just need to use the service. Okay, they just prepared one food item bus, but you are going to use, you are going to take that food item to eat, whether that is pizza or whatever, biryani, whatever it is, you can able to take. Likewise in the server aspect also, they just maintain their own data center. The server just need to create and provide your name, that's it. Least bothered about a underlying hardware component. If you remember yesterday we discussed about, right, this option, infrastructure as a service and the platform as a service, right? So in this aspect, we are into this platform as a service. So you are focused only the data, not about the hardware related networking, storage, virtualization, OS. Are you guys is going to creating over here? No. Why? Because that is the beauty of the past model, platform as a service, where the cloud, public cloud provider is going to taken care end to end. Okay, including the patching, backup and all. Just create a new server over here, just creating new server. So my server name is, okay, SQL, okay, dev demo, okay, server 001 or 002, whatever you want to put. The name is, that is up to you guys. Okay, that should be unique. That's it. Okay, so see here the East US region is there. Okay, so I'll keep it as an East US region at this moment. Okay, so As I said, see here, Azure Active Directory, Azure AD is now Microsoft Intra AD. Okay, so where we can able to use for within the subscription end users you can use, or else both the SQL users and the SQL authentication use are the only SQL authentication. Yesterday we did SQL authentication, right? Today I'm going to use this one. Okay, this is all about SQL and window Azure AD authentication. Set as admin. Okay, so we have a service account is on premises. Likewise, we have a set account admin. It will show all your information. Okay, so I have my account here so that I can map. You don't have any ID, it is going to reflect here if you are creating an Azure AD. So just add this ID, it is going to map here. Just select here. So it is act as a service account admin. Okay, now this is all about it's same like in a Windows authentication related. Okay, and see, normally we'll use Windows authentication, SQL authentication, mixed mode, right? So here, instead of the Windows authentication, they're just introduced for the Azure AD authentication. Okay, so the server login you can use for this is a SQL authentication. This is like Azure AD authentication. So SQL admin and password. Simple boss. Okay. So today we are going to avail this, Azure AD and the Windows. Okay. So our server got created and it is now available to map this database. Okay. So so where you are going to use? So we'll discuss tomorrow the SQL pool actually. Okay, so that is a pooled concept is different. Okay, we'll explore that one. So at this moment, I'm not going to use a pool, but exactly pool and we'll explore it. Okay, and will if you go the production one, okay, so the configuration is going to change. If you go for the development, the configuration is going to change. Tomorrow discuss the both the option SQL pool and a compute option. At this moment, I am not going to discuss and exploring this option. Why? Because this is very important. It is mandate to know the things of information. Okay, so let's take this one basic related stuff. Okay, I'm just creating only 5 details related stuff here. Okay, so again, see, the backup storage is redundancy, which we discussed local redundant, zone redundant, geographical. Local in within the data center, 3 copies. Zone is between the zone is okay, East US and the West US. Okay, between the zones, 6 copies. Geographical redundant, geographically isolated from your data. Let's say India, US, India, UK. So 6 copies again it's going to maintain packet. Okay. So here is the networking option. So you want to access publicly, public endpoint, you can create. No access, you cannot able to. I'll just make it as by default here. No, just please rejoin again. Okay. So we just create and uh, access this one.